Pokemon with Guns has achieved some impressive things for it just being a newborn in the video game world. It's only been out for 6 days and peaked at 2 million concurrent players on Steam, which is second of all time, only coming in behind PUBG. But that's not the only impressive feat that this game has done. It's also racked up an impressive number of controversies surrounding it, starting off with the whole situation about them taking models from the Pokemon game, which resulted in people sending death threats and slandering the artists and the people that work on this game, which is such an immature response. But this is a quote. It says, "Currently, we are receiving slanderous comments against our artist, and we are seeing tweets that appear to be death threats." That was what the Palworld CEO, Takuro Mizobe, said when he was responding to the allegations that Palworld copied 3D models of Pokemon. And that quote comes from this tweet right here that he put out about a day ago as of me recording this. And it's just sad that someone has to put out a tweet like this, and all they did was publish a game that a lot of people are enjoying. It's got like 70,000 reviews on Steam right now, and a 93% approval rating. But these tweets also go into this whole situation with people actually saying that they did steal assets, and this is an example of someone saying that the one PAL in Palworld is a rip of Superior and Primaria, I think that's how you say that, from Pokemon. So they're showing the Pokemon there, and then also showing the renders, the models of the two different entities, just comparing them side by side. And then you have this tweet that actually says the opposite. It says don't fall for the lies that Palworld stole assets, and that this proves that they are different assets. You can look at it and say the PAL mesh is orange and the Pokemon mesh is black, just showing that they don't line up, the proportions are different, and that they're not the same model in the slightest. There isn't a one-to-one overlap on any of the body parts, which proves that they are not stolen assets. And this is actually a direct response to that first tweet I showed you from the BYO dude. And they said, the person that created the misleading anti-Palworld video admits to hating Palworld for glorifying animal abuse. This has nothing to do with plagiarism. They just hate a game for being too edgy. And this is a comment of them saying, I am doing this because I think it's disgusting how much Palworld glorifies animal abuse. Which is one of the most brain-dead takes I've ever seen. It's like the same exact argument that moms and dads had when GTA 5 came out. I'm not buying that for my kid because it promotes violence. They're going to go out, steal a car, and start shooting police officers because they play GTA. Like, there's absolutely no correlation there. That's never happened. It's never going to happen. And Palworld doesn't glorify animal abuse. If anything, it glorifies forced labor, slavery, which I guess still would be animal abuse, but still, my point remains the same. This is a dumb, idiotic take that should not have a single leg to stand on. And the last point that I want to make about this whole Palworld stealing from Pokemon business is that people are acting like original ideas are the only things that can exist. Like, no one's ever took an idea and then built upon that to make something else. Like, Pokemon isn't an original idea either. If you want to get real technical with it, they stole from Dragon Quest. And they did that in the same way that Palworld stole from Pokemon. So you can't claim one thing without claiming the other. Pokemon isn't innocent. Like, it's not just Pokemon that you can draw similarities to. Of course, Pokemon is the main factor behind this game, but there's also elements of other survival games like Ark or Minecraft or any game pretty much you can see where it inspired this game and every other game. There's that whole saying, don't reinvent the wheel. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So why do that? Why come up with your own original creative ideas when you can take good parts of all these other games and combine them into one awesome game? But now that takes us to the whole, is Palworld AI generated nonsense? And pretty much from what I've seen, it all stems from the same people who made Palworld also making a game that uses AI art called AI Art Imposter, which has a little drawing here that looks exactly like one of the pals in Palworld, but also you can see if you read the description, it says AI Art Imposter is an AI drawing party game for 3 to 8 players. You are a progressive artist who commands AI to generate images. And that's the main thing that people are pointing and tattling on, going, oh, look right there. They have an AI art game, so that means, therefore, they are guilty of generating stuff for their game with AI. And that's all the evidence that's came out to show how Palworld could be made by AI. It's very baseless. Very baseless. it's like an amputee. It doesn't really have a leg to stand on. But until something else comes out, until something definitive, or the Palworld CEO says we used AI, then you're not going to really know for sure if they did use AI to generate the models or not. Now, the last thing I wanted to talk about was the whole Palworld Pokemon mod. Now, I'm not going to show anything except for this little picture here because I don't want Nintendo to send their hitmen after me for just showing a clip of the mod. But the person who made it is Toasted Shoes, and they posted Palworld already has a Pokemon mod, full video on their YouTube tomorrow. That got taken down, and then they posted a screenshot of it saying, Nintendo has come for me. Please leave me in your thoughts and prayers. They sent the Nintendogs. So at this point, with him saying that Nintendo has come for him, good luck, sir. Or rest in peace. God rest his soul, because Nintendo's probably already killed him. They probably already buried him. He's probably already wiped off the... He probably never even existed now. Nintendo don't fuck around when it comes to that copyright business, you know? They hold that more sacred to them than the United States holds the Declaration of Independence. Like, at this point, I'm convinced that the Nintendo executives care more about the copyright of their IPs than they do their own children. So I'll just end the video off with this, with an Opera GX post. They said, guess which one of these games was made by a multi-billion-dollar company, comparing Pokemon, the new Pokemon game here, to Palworld. Enough said. Other than that, catch you in the next one.